安省綠化地帶係省民農業經濟同埋休憩生活嘅重要地理位置。藝術家透過美術創作表達保護綠帶嘅重要性。李嘉文報導。
平時若果想揾個地方呼吸下新鮮空氣，忙裏偷閒，行下綠化地帶上嘅小徑，亦係個唔錯嘅選擇。住喺列治文山嘅藝術家 Chris， 每日都會同狗仔去屋企附近嘅橡木嶺小徑 Oak Ridges Trail 散步，揾下創作嘅靈感。以前散步嘅時候，Chris 都可以好好地享受大自然嘅寧靜，有時會錄低大自然嘅聲音，例如動物走嚟走去嘅聲響，作為藝術製作嘅一部分。不過佢發現，由舊年開始，聽到更多嘅係地盤起樓嘅噪音，令佢感到困擾，而萌生咗個念頭，去策劃一個關於人類如何對自然環境造成傷害、大自然嘗試修復破壞嘅藝術展，展出咗共12個藝術家嘅作品，包括有畫作、照片、裝置藝術作品等等。
And it was concrete blocks that had been tossed in the forest. All that moss that were found were surrounding this area on the floor by just off a path. And so this particular time of year in the winter, the green stands out like a red. It's very vibrant, acid green. While it's just a way of expressing the beauty of nature, it's also at the same time talking about the idea of environment and how we encroach on nature.
Chris 喺籌備嘅過程中，帶住一班藝術家遊走於 Wilcox 同 Dave Borrow Trail， 揾下靈感，做記錄，影下相，同時又做下垃圾回收，沉浸於大自然之中。
I think comes out from this show is the subtleness of nature. It's not a punch in the face, kind of a wake-up call. It's just little subtle things like how beautiful nature is, how fortunate and lucky we are, and how we can take things for granted.
Chris 嘅散步勝地橡木嶺小徑，亦係安省綠化地帶嘅一部分。早期被政府納入綠化帶受保護嘅土地，係避免有珍貴生態價值又未被開發嘅土地會受到城市發展嘅影響。綠化地帶嘅發展可以追溯返早喺1970年代，當時嘅政府 Bill Davis 已經開始進行對尼亞加拉斷崖嘅保育工作。呢一段山脊長725公里，係數百種動植物嘅家園，亦係其中一條動物遷徙嘅重要路徑，同時亦涵蓋咗安省水果產量最高嘅農地。到咗2000年，前任省長 Mike Harris 就提出保育橡樹嶺冰積，佔地47萬英畝嘅冰積，充當住地下水庫嘅角色，將雨水溶雪過濾，經淨化後就沿住斜坡流到唔同泉水中，亦係多倫多60%嘅泉水源頭。去到2005年，政府就通過立法，建立咗連同郊區嘅農地、尼亞加拉斷崖同橡樹嶺冰積，成為世界上最大嘅綠化地帶。
In some cases, just as an example, the Greenbelt has about 6% of the agricultural land in Ontario, but in many cases it's growing 50% of the fruit and vegetables, and in the case of certain fruits it's growing 90%. So it's 6%, but it's actually producing an immensely disproportionate amount of the food and other sorts of things that we produce here in Ontario. So, and the same with the water systems. You can't move where the rivers start, and so protecting those, what we call headwater areas, is really important. And those lands are only in one place. You can't move them around. They have specific values and functions.
但喺去年11月， 議會通過咗更多住房、更快建設第23號法案，允許開發15幅綠化地帶嘅土地嚟興建住屋，以舒緩住屋危機。不過，本地媒體調查發現，當中有官員同發展商有利益輸送之嫌。喺民眾反對聲音同輿論壓力下，省長最後撤回方案。其中一個反對組織 Ontario Greenbelt Alliance 嘅組織統籌者 France 指出，政府係根據咩準則去評估判斷土地是否可以從綠化地帶中剔除出去，改變土地用途嘅決定同準則並唔透明，公眾並唔知道當中嘅細節同過程。佢亦認為用綠化地帶嘅土地嚟起樓並無助解決房屋危機。
If the problem is the housing crisis, the best way to deal with it is by making sure municipalities and developers have the rules in place to build the housing we need at affordable prices in existing towns and cities. Stop focusing on the greenbelt because we don't need to go there. People who need housing today, who can't afford housing, they don't want to have to commute for an hour and a half to get out to farmlands. On top of that, those lands are already very, very important to help feed Ontarians and to help provide environmental services that we need, like clean water, like biodiversity, the natural areas, places for us to go to when it's for recreation.
現今社會嘅城市規劃同環境保育難免會有矛盾之處，喺追趕人口增長同擴展城市發展嘅同時，應該要為人類作出貢獻嘅自然環境之間維持平衡。
今日節目時間又到呢一度，下星期再見。